Hey everybody! Today I want to do a rather embarrassing video, and that would be the top 10 video games that I am embarrassed to have never played. I don't really have a top 10 specifically. I have a list of 10, but I don't have a top 10. I'm trying to decide which is worse that I haven't played than another. So I guess I'll start. This is not looking good for me. I have gaming regrets and embarrassing video games, or games I've embarrassed not having played, and that's kind of embarrassing, but anyway. Okay, so I'm going to start with the game I feel is the least embarrassing. Actually, I only think of 9, and so I was like, well, I have to make 10. So, that would be the Mass Effect series. Some of the titles I have in here are series as opposed to just one, because I actually haven't played any of them, so that's why I say series. I've always wanted to play it. I've heard really good things. The reason I've never played it was because they only released Mass Effect for the PC and Xbox 360. So, being that I'm not an Xbox person and I don't PC game, that would be why. Yeah, so I've never played them. I've heard really good things about them. Sort of like the whole WRPG thing. I really want to get into it. My boyfriend is playing the second one right now, and he wants to get going to get the third started. But yeah, I feel kind of embarrassed that I haven't played it because they're really popular. They're supposed to be great. My boyfriend really likes them. I'm not too embarrassed of having not played it, but a little bit. Okay, so that would be number 10. Okay, so number 9 is another one I'm not too embarrassed about, but a little bit. And that would be the Crash Bandicoot series. I haven't played any of those games. I think I may have, tested the first one, because my cousin brought it over for Christmas, so, maybe I got 10 minutes or something, but I don't really find that to count. So really never played them, and the reason I say that I'm embarrassed is because Crash Bandicoot did a lot for Sony and brought sort of the PlayStation 1 into become something to compete with Nintendo. And I think that's really cool, and they should be proud of that, because I always remember it was Crash Bandicoot versus Mario, and it was this platforming war. And I never played it because, like I mentioned in my last video, I never had a PlayStation 1. I had wanted nothing to do with it. N64 was the best thing ever. Blah blah. So yeah. I never played any of them. I really want to get the first one because I like platforming games. I want to give it a shot, so yeah, it's definitely on my list of games to try. And I guess the other thing I want to say is that I'm embarrassed about some of these. Some of these are actually super embarrassing. To the point where it's just wow, I can't even believe it. It's embarrassing to say, but I'm going there. What was I gonna say? Anyway, yeah, I'm super embarrassed, about some of these titles, and yeah, so I'm gonna keep going. I had a thought, and I just forgot, so. The next one, would be, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I think I rented it once, and maybe played it at a person's house once, but I don't find that to count, because it was probably, the same kind of thing where I played it for 10 minutes. In fact, I don't even think I rented it, so it doesn't count. I've really never played Majora's Mask. And the reason I find that embarrassing is because, it's sort of an underrated Zelda title, and that makes me excited, because I like stuff like that, because I probably would enjoy it, and I don't get why I never played it, because I was obsessed with, Ocarina of Time, and I just don't understand why I didn't play it, so I'm a little frustrated about that. I've heard that they're going to put it out for the Wii U. I've seen a trailer. I'm pretty sure it's real, because some people are like, oh, it's fake, but I'm really hoping, and honestly, just because I really don't remember it, it looks super creepy and awesome, so I'm actually really excited to buy it for Wii U, if that is a thing, if that's actually going to come out on Wii U, or Virtual Console or whatever. Because if they do that, I'd rather buy it that way than the N64 version. Just easier for me. But yeah, I feel really embarrassed that I haven't played it because I was a huge fan at the time of Ocarina of Time. And I I don't know. It just never happened, and I'm really confused as to why. So, pretty embarrassed about that. I think we're at number 7. And that would be, again, these are really not in any order, but they're kind of getting worse. Okay, the next one would be any of the Dragon Warrior Dragon Quest series. I have never played them before, and they're on my list of games to buy, games to play, but I just haven't got around to it. So I feel kind of embarrassed about that, but what can I do? I've heard nothing but good things about the whole series from people online and people I know in real life. And I don't understand what's going on there. I love RPGs, and I know there's tons of the Dragon Quest series on the DS. I own Dragon Quest 8, and I didn't mention that in my last collection update pickups video. Maybe I'll throw it in the next one, just because I didn't mention it. But yeah, I have never played any of those, and beats me. It just hasn't happened. I guess we're at number 6, and that would be any of the Silent Hill games, so Silent Hill series. I have actually never played a Silent Hill game, and that's really embarrassing, but I will get there, it will happen, and I will play one. I really, really like horror as a genre for movies, and I really don't understand why I've never gotten around to playing a Silent Hill game. Yeah, so the next 5 games are pretty embarrassing, actually, so let's just get going with this. Again, I don't really have a lot to say about these games because I've never played them, so this isn't like a review or my experiences. I have never played them, so this will probably be a short video. As far as the top 5, I don't know what to put as worse than the... I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go with number 5 at Super Castlevania 4. I've never played that. In fact, I've never actually played I've never actually played any of the Castlevania games. Really embarrassing. And I've been told by my friend Chris that they're great games, and I don't understand what's going on there. And yeah, I never ended up playing it when it was out. And I guess, actually, yeah, my top 5 are all Super Nintendo games, which is really embarrassing, because this is my favorite console. But, okay, yes, this is bad. I feel bad about making this video now. Okay, so Super Castlevania 4, I'm going to say the whole series, but especially that game, because everybody praises that game, and I've still yet to get it. And I think a lot of these games are, super expensive now, and it's pretty hard to get them. So, Super Castlevania 4 is not ridiculous, but it's not exactly on my, to grab this week list. So, yeah, I will get there one day. It will happen. Number 4 is, sadly, Mega Man X. I have played the other games in the Mega Man series, but I have actually never played Mega Man X, which is, again, another highly praised game that I have never played, and that's really embarrassing, and I don't know why I never played it. I always remember the Mega Man games that I had played, and I can't specifically name it, but, at friends' houses and stuff, I remember enjoying it, but I have never played Mega Man X. Number 3, that would be Secret of Mana. Again, another really, really highly praised RPG that I've never played. I've heard really good things. I've heard some mixed things about it, though. Some people, because it's live action, or action RPG, that lots of people didn't like it as much because it wasn't turn-based, but then everybody loves Link to the Past, so, yeah. Yeah, I've never played Secret of Mana. I'm really excited, though, because I have on order. So I have ordered it. It has shipped. I should get it next week, but I did order a bunch of games from jjgames.com, and I will get it next week. But I did order Secret of Evermore, and I'm really excited to play it. Nick always says that it's a great game, and that Ballinick 1982, if you don't know. But he always says it's a really good game, and I've been looking at all sorts of video footage of it, and it looks really cool, so I'm really excited to play one of the secret titles. But again, I've never played, Legend of Mana, or Children of Mana, or Secret of Mana. I've never played them, and they look like games I'd really like, so I don't get that. But Secret of Mana is pretty expensive, so it's, again, not on my list of stuff to grab right away, because it's pretty expensive. If I can hopefully find it for a cheap price, I'll definitely pick it up, but yeah. Okay, number 2, I find incredibly embarrassing, but I never played it. And that would be Super Metroid. Obviously for the SNES. I feel really embarrassed about that because it's one of Nintendo's biggest series. I have played Metroid for the NES. I actually got it on the 3DS Virtual Console. Yeah. I've never played Super Metroid, and everybody says it's like one of the best games of all time. In fact, I found a lot of lists on YouTube where people will say it's their number 1 game of all time. It's funny, I like going on and see what people's lists are, their top 10s. Some people will say Final Fantasy VI. Some people will say Super Mario World or Super Mario Bros. 3. I find some people will say Link to the Past. In fact, so many are Link to the Past. I've seen a lot of Ocarina of Times as people's number 1. I also find it kind of generational a little bit, too. You'll find people who were born in the early 80s will always go towards Link to the Past, and people who were born in the late 80s will always go to Ocarina of Time. That's just what I've noticed, but I find that kind of funny. Anyway, I find it really interesting to see what people's number 1 game is, and a lot of times it is Super Metroid, and it's like, well, where have I been? So that's on my list of stuff to get. Again, another expensive title. Not ridiculous. It's not an Earthbound value, but it is very expensive, and some of these games, like in the top 5 here, are pretty expensive. Like, I can easily go out and get a Silent Hill game. I can get any of the Dragon Quest series games. In fact, it's right there. Oh, I have Dragon Quest 8 for PS2, and I'm gonna get there. Anyway, but that brings me to number 1. And that would be, this is the most embarrassing. Like, you know what? Whatever that I have never played Crash Bandicoot, or whatever that I've never played Mega Man. What the hell? I've never played Final Fantasy 6, or 3 here, as a lot of people know, but it is 6. Everybody says 6 now. I feel super embarrassed about that. What the hell? Why have I never played Final Fantasy 6? I did talk about that in my, gaming regrets video, was that I never did play any of the Final Fantasy series when I was growing up. It just, I don't know, I was just probably a couple years shy of truly being able to appreciate what it was. None of my friends played it. I didn't even know about it. There's no internet. There's no, like, hey, top 10 games of all time YouTube. Like, doesn't exist. There's no, I didn't remember anybody at school talking about it, and it just never happened. And it's weird, because, like, people always talked about Zelda and Mario and whatever, but I never really heard about Final Fantasy. And the first time, and I mentioned this last time, so but the first Final Fantasy game I ever played was 10, that is embarrassing right there. What the hell? But anyway, my reasoning behind that, which I said before, but I'll sum up again. Never had a PlayStation 1. I got a PlayStation 2 relatively near the launch date. It was maybe a year and a half after it came out that I got the PS2. And then, there you go. I had a Super Nintendo. Well, I still have my Super Nintendo, but I never played them. Didn't have PS1. So, logically, we come down to 10 being my first title for Final Fantasy. And I did enjoy 10. Actually don't have 10, which is terrible, as I could probably find it for $10. I should pick that up. But I've heard rumors that they're going to release it for the PS3, and I'm like, I kind of would like to see that updated. It's funny, because, like, games like that, I actually would like to see updated, but I would never want to see, like, a game like Final Fantasy VI, or, I don't know, Chrono Trigger or something, like, where they would update the graphics. I love pixelated graphics. I think they're gorgeous. But anyway, yeah, I've never played Final Fantasy VI. I'm pretty embarrassed about that. It's my next game on my list to play. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII right now. That did not make the list because I am playing it right now. But again, it did take years for that to happen. I finally found it at a pawn shop, and I was like, this has to happen. Like, slap on the head. Yeah, so I'm playing Final Fantasy VII right now, and here's just a disclaimer or whatever. If you're wondering what the hell, or, I don't know, I'm really slow at gaming. So, I will, like, I've had sessions that are too, like, long, not healthy, but, I'm really slow with games, unless they're short games. So, an RPG that takes 50 hours, that's gonna take me months. I'm sorry, I'm not the kind of person that can, just close the door and not come out for 4 days. Like, I can't do it. It's just, it takes me months. I think I started Final Fantasy VII in like March or February, and I'm still going. But it's not because I don't get it or because I'm struggling. It's because I literally put in like a couple hours, couple days go by, put in another couple hours, maybe 3 hours. That's just how I play. So I'm just being honest. That is another reason probably why, wow, I just spit everywhere. That's another reason why I haven't gotten to some of these games, is probably because I'm just super slow. It's like people, like I know people like with the Harry Potter series, there were people that lined up at bookstores, they literally bought the book at midnight and were done the book by like 7 in the morning. I can't do that. I'm a slow reader. I pick up the book, I read, I don't know, whatever, 20 pages, I go to bed. Then the next night, I read another 20, and it takes me a while. That's just my style. I'm just a little slow, especially with Super Mario Brothers. I actually like being slow with that. I love playing Super Mario Brothers and getting really into it, and then putting it down, and then getting so excited to play it again, so I don't ruin it, where it's like, oh, I just beat it, done. So that's, yeah, just as a note, that's sort of my gaming thing. The only kind of game that I will get really invested to is games that are short. Like games like, I don't know, like the Uncharted series. I find those, I actually don't know how long they are, to be honest with you. What are they, like 20 hours? I don't know. But anyway, those are the kind of game I'll go for it. I'll just go for it. And I will go, like, Heavy Rain was like 8 hours, and I just literally beat it in 2 days. Because I was just like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Okay, go to bed. Next night, beat it. Because you can, that to me is more, more realistic. But RPGs that take 40, 50 hours, that's gonna take me like a year. I'm just being completely honest with you guys. That's why sometimes I get mad at myself for choosing to play, be like, I'm gonna invest all my time, that my next game to play is gonna be whatever. And it's like, oh no, it's gonna take me so long, and then I get pissed off. But anyway, that's just completely getting out of context here, but that's sort of my gaming thing, and that's just sort of, I think, sort of how it fits the schedule for me. When I was like in grade 4 or something, and I was like 10, I didn't have anything else to do but play games. Now I find it's harder, and I'm actually a TV show junkie, and I'm sure that's become apparent by my video game collection, or, sorry, my DVD and Blu-ray collection. I love movies, and I love video games equally, but I get really invested in a TV show. Just for example, I have, as of August, I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna start Breaking Bad, and I am already caught up to where it ended, mid-season, season 5. Just because I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it, like, for 8 hours straight. I'm really into TV that way, but for some reason, video games, I haven't been able to do that lately. Because it's almost like I gotta prepare. I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven, I'm gonna get a big bag, I've done this a lot, a big bag of, like, 5-cent candy, get a Slurpee, get a bag of chips, just get, like, nasty food, and just close the door, and get the controller in my hand, and be like, yeah, this is what's happening today. Or, I don't know. Yeah, that's my list, and that's sort of another explanation as to why, because I am slow at gaming. Part of it's on purpose, like, right after this video, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I should be playing Final Fantasy VII. Actually, today I went to EB Games, and I was really pissed off because I said, hey, I'd like to order Wii U, and they're like, sorry, the pre-orders, we're sold out of those, and I was like, okay, goodbye, and now I'm pissed off, so I have to do a lot of phone calls, and hopefully someplace, I'm hoping like a Best Buy or Future Shop, are still taking pre-orders? Why have I not done this? Yeah, I really, lately have been really excited about the Wii U, and now I'm thinking, damn it, why didn't I pre-order it like 3 weeks ago? So, that's what I'm going to be doing after this video, and, yeah, actually, as far as portable gaming goes, I find, because it's so convenient, I can be on the bus, I can be at school, I can be at work, I can be wherever, and I can be playing the game. So I'm really stoked because I've got 2 major games going. That would be Final Fantasy VII, which I'm chugging away at, and I've got Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, and I've been at the rate of me playing through it is much faster. Because it's portable, and I just play a little bit before bed, and it just seems so easy. But anyway, I feel like this is bad. This video has just, like, been not good. Here I am telling you about games I've never played that pretty much every gamer should play, and then now I'm saying that I'm a slow-ass gamer. So, this is not good. I probably should stop this, but yeah, I would actually be curious to see if anybody else wants to do like video response or in the comments or whatever. What video games have you not played and you're super embarrassed about it? Because I'm just curious, because I feel pretty embarrassed about never having played Final Fantasy VI. And I feel pretty embarrassed of having never played, like, Majora's Mask. Like, what the hell? So, if you haven't played, like, Link to the Past or something, please tell me, because there's a game that I have played. I haven't gotten through it, but I, like, beat it the whole way. But I have played it, I own it. I actually own it for Game Boy Advance and Super Nintendo, so that's exciting. But yes, I've played it, and, like, I've played Chrono Trigger, and, of course, my favorite game, Earthbound. Yeah, so I was funny because, right before I was gonna tape this, I was just Googling, like, what are some games that a lot of people haven't played? And I noticed that a lot of people were writing Ocarina of Time, and I thought, like, on forums, and I was like, wow, okay, so that's good. That's not on my list. And lots of people were saying the Mother series, so yay that I have played that, and I'm very proud of it. I'm thinking of lots of games, like, you know, if I never said I've never played Super Mario Brothers, like, that's not cool. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I apologize. I know some people don't care and they will watch the whole thing of this. But I'm going to stop this video right now. I might do another one, actually. Maybe I'll do another video right after this. But yeah, tell me what games you are super embarrassed that you have not played. I'm very curious to know. See if there's some of mine. Like, hey, if you've never played Final Fantasy VI either, let me know. Because, hey, join the club of never playing Final Fantasy VI. Terrible. Anyway, okay, I'm done this video now. Please let me know, comment, subscribe, follow my Twitter, whatever. I will see you guys later.